Gildan Media proudly presents Gildan Seminars, original lectures containing essential information that can be applied to every facet of life and business.
Welcome, everyone. The title of this program is The 10 Myths About Real Estate and the Truths That Will Make You Wealthy. And I'm particularly excited about this program because for years I've been creating products, books and audio courses and video courses and even software to help people on their way to being very successful real estate investors. And one of the things I was always very proud about sharing is that unlike most other endeavors where you try to make money and you have to stay abreast of new developments, real estate in many ways is very slow to move. The analogy I always used is that when I studied to become an engineer, I actually got a PhD in electrical engineering. When I studied for that, I had to keep abreast with all the latest developments, valves and transistors and integrated circuits, you name it. In fact, now, decades later, of course, everything I've learned at engineering school has been made redundant by new technology, whereas everything I learned about real estate even decades ago is still the same. A mortgage is still a mortgage, collateral is still collateral, equity is still equity. So in that sense, real estate is timeless. But I've come to realize over the years that things do change. And if you don't stay on top of those changes, you can be left behind. In fact, you can be left in the dust. And part of the reason for this course is to highlight those things that have changed. Now, fortunately, it doesn't take 3 years of study to come up to speed with where real estate is at now. I'm hoping in these next few hours to be able to share with you all the salient, all the pertinent, all the important things you need to know. But we've gotten so far off the rails, so to speak, that for many people, the things that they're not quite understanding have become myths that are almost unassailable. They think these myths are truth with a capital T, and they're not. They're quite the opposite, and I'm just very happy to share with you why I believe they are in fact myths, and how, when you know the truth behind them, it will actually make you wealthy. It will set you free from this stinking thinking, so to speak, and you will be able to do really, really well in real estate. So a bit about my background. I've devoted most of my life to real estate. You might think that's incompatible with doing a PhD in electrical engineering. How I came from a family that thought to do well in life, you have to study hard and get a degree. So when I finished high school, off I went to university, and I embarked on getting a degree. But while I was there, I realized that people with degrees weren't universally wealthy. So I started to make a study of what do the wealthy have in common, and discovered that almost without exception, those who were wealthy either made their money in real estate or they held their wealth in real estate. And I thought I could do that. I was 17 at the time. I bought my
Sample complete. Ready to continue?